I'd like to tell you a story about an exemplary music teacher in my life. So, one of the things that I thought about when I was thinking about what makes an exemplary teacher, let alone a music teacher, is how does the teacher make me feel? How much did I learn when I was in his or her class? How did the teacher make other students feel? Were my peers equally engaged? These were all the different things that I thought about, and so when I came to the conclusion of who I was thinking of for my exemplary music teacher, I took all of these into consideration, and I came up with my 4th, 5th, and 6th grade band teacher, Mrs. Sullenberger. And she was just an inspiration. She taught me how to play trumpet, and in 6th grade she helped me convert to French horn and taught me that. She was always so honest. She admitted that she didn't really know much about the French horn, but she was happy to try to teach me, and I thought that was really important and really kind of cool. She was always so positive with her students. We had an audition-only honor band, which is what I was in, but she was just as excited about the concert band and even the 4th grade band. And it was very impressive to me that even though there was this sort of hierarchy of talent in terms of the band, that wasn't the way in her book. She would have had everybody in one band if she could have, and I thought that that was really cool. Everybody had the same opinion in her eyes. She viewed everybody as being wonderful students and talented musicians, and she taught us all how to read music, and she really inspired us. She also inspired us to join other organizations. For example, when I was in 6th grade, she gave me a bunch of literature about outside orchestras and summer wind ensembles and bands that I could join. She gave me programs for different camps and other things that I could take home to my mom, and I thought that was really kind of neat. I mean, she wasn't just teaching and doing the normal band stuff. She was really involved in her students. She found out who was really interested. She found out their abilities and their skills and assessed their areas of expertise, and she just went with it. And I thought that was really cool. And it wasn't just with me. It was with everybody that she acted that way. She also found fun opportunities for us to perform. For example, we were able to perform in the rotunda at the Minnesota State Capitol, which is a really cool experience. I don't know all that many 5th and 6th graders that get to have such a unique experience, and we really felt like all-stars. So she was definitely an exemplary music teacher in my life, and I won't ever forget all of the things that she taught me. So, without further ado, let's finish up our discussion of what exactly the Music and Education Intro Seminar is all about. After we discussed that second exemplary music teacher moment, we moved back to the triple entry readings. This is at the point when we read the Leviton and the Sax that I've already talked about briefly in the first video. We read chapter 7 of the Leviton and chapter 8 of the Leviton. And then we also read chapters 5 and 14 of the Sax. We all wrote triple entry journals, and well, if we didn't write them, I think some students verbally discussed them in class, and that was perfectly acceptable to discuss all these things in class. Then we had a couple of interesting handouts. We learned about the 5 fundamental learning processes, which I've included on my page under one of the tabs. I'm not sure which tab it's listed under. I think it's under readings and notes or something. And then we talked about music, learning enhanced by learning shared across disciplines. And this is really kind of cool because it talks about all the different relationships between music and liberal arts, language and music, syntax, dialogue, math and music, number, pattern, sequence, science and music, measurement, categorization, discovery, scientific method, history and music, timeline, context, historical figures. And movement of music, of course, coordination, timing. We also have visual art and music. I think that kind of goes without saying. I mean, we've got composition and dance related to composition, and even computers and music, which also goes into composition and practice. So those are all of the different things that we talked about in the course. In the next video, I'd like to sum up everything quickly, and then we'll move on to the next topic.